Hola, ¿qué tal? Hello, everybody, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I think that there are some parts of the world where it's already the next day, I think. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Kyra. Hello, Sue. Hello, Gite, Emily, Cindy. Hello, Irish in Cyprus. You're not in Cyprus anymore, you know that? Maybe you might want to consider changing that. No, you're not in Kansas either. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Six Boulettes. Thanks for your message. I did read about what boulettes are. I think I'm probably mispronouncing it. Hello, Marjorie. Hello, everybody. Good. I guess you all can hear me okay, huh? Otherwise, you would not be answering back. How was your New Year's celebration? Do you all have a good time? Do you all celebrate? Do you all do the, or at least get started with the Heart Star 2021 process that I talked about last week? Yeah, great. Yeah, hey, Janelle, welcome. It's great to have you here. Yeah, I did too. I have to say, I'm actually still working through it. As you know, this is not the kind of process where you can get it done in a couple of hours. I think in the past I used to do processes like that, but this one, it's a bit of it's like working on a piece of art. Let your life be your work of art. Can't remember who it was that said that. I think it may have been Khalil Gibral when he in one of his poems about love and action. Yeah, so I hope you at least got through the part of ending the year with gratitude and appreciation. That I did. That I did. So that you can begin to plan the new from a place of greater appreciation and gratitude and a sense of optimism. Build up from what you have already achieved and acknowledge yourself for how far you have already come. Yeah, great. Well, I had a really wonderful time with some new friends that I made this year here in Granada. They're all part of the Medicine for the Heart, excuse me, the Medicine for the Heart Song Circle. And we had sort of like a dinner for all the destitute, all the people who are far away from home. And gosh, we danced and we sang and we played music and we welcomed the new year singing some songs. Actually, a song that I wrote. So it was a really beautiful way to move into the new year, moving instead of with the frenzy of the countdown and all that kind of stuff. Here they do the 12 grapes, you know, they lay out like a little cup with 12 grapes. And then with every bell from the church, you're supposed to eat one. And then after that, you're supposed to hug and kiss everybody. I don't know how you're going to do that with so many grapes in your mouth, but people had prepared their grapes. And instead I had them do a process where we ate the grapes afterwards. It was pretty cool. So yeah, so we welcome the new year with new songs, a new tribe that is coming together here around this project called Medicine for the Heart. And I guess you could say this mid-week meditation space it's exactly that. It's medicine for the heart for those of us who enjoy coming together individually and collectively to connect at this level. Today we're going to be doing a guided meditation on what the Ascended Master tradition refers to as the threefold flame of the heart, the inner flame in the heart, which is the same as the flame of the Christ self, the blood of Christ. You could pretty much say it's the same. Remember, the blood it's a metaphor for that which moves through us, and gives us life. Blood. All right, but Before we go there, though, to this guided meditation, I'd love to share with you a very intimate experience that I had to kind of move us into this space. In case you may or may not know, something you probably don't know about me is that I have participated throughout my life in many shamanic rituals that involve taking medicinal plants, some highly hallucinogenous plants, working with ayahuasca, for example, peyote, psilocybin, in a pure ritualistic ceremonial space where the conditions are created, where there is, we call in the purity, the unconditional love of God, so that we can then move into deeper places within ourselves to ask for guidance. Our ancestors have been doing this for centuries. Some ancestral traditions, like the African tradition, for example, they would take an herb. There's actually a root called iboga, and they would use the iboga to connect with their ancestors and have their ancestors communicate from the other side of the veil, the future and information that they needed to have at that moment. So there was a time back in, when was this? 2010, that I participated in my first of these shamanic rituals. And at that time, I was just leaving the NGO that I was working with in South Africa to begin my journey as a practitioner, to begin my ministry, really, the ministry of the heart. I knew I would have some kind of a non-traditional ministry that would not look like a spiritual community or a church, that it would actually be some kind of a coaching and training business in a way that I could support people through their life transitions and help people achieve their highest potential, basically through personal and spiritual growth. But I needed a way to get some kind of a confirmation or some guidance as to what was the bigger reason why I was here. In essence, I went into the ceremony with primarily one and only one question. And that question was, why am I here? What is my life purpose? Why did I come to this planet at this particular time? So I remember laying down and being under the effect of this teacher plant, whose job is to, in essence, unlock the neurotransmitters in your brain that give you access to that part of your consciousness that is connected to the heart of God, where there's no past, present, or future, where you exist beyond this body. And so I began to journey, and a lot of people have visions of a father or a person from their lives that shows up, or sometimes it's a deity that shows up. For me, I have to say that what I experienced, it was almost like if I was having some kind of a telepathic communication with my higher self, or a part of me that exists beyond this realm, that knows it all, that is one with everything. And so I remember I brought this question to this presence that was surrounding me at that moment. Why am I here? What is my life purpose? And at that moment, I saw a huge hand like in front of me, and the hand went like this. And suddenly there it was, planet Earth. And I was somewhere floating up in space, looking down at this beautiful globe. And down in the globe, I could just see all these tiny lights, just lights everywhere. It was almost like when you look up at the sky, one of those very dark nights, new moon nights, where the stars are so bright. Well, I could see like stars everywhere over planet Earth. And I could also see that there was like a web, like a spider web that connected all the lights, but everything seemed incredibly far away. So I remember that at that moment, the hand that had shown me the globe kind of went like this, and the globe amplified and became bigger. And then what I saw completely astonished me. I saw that the lights were people, and that the light was emanating from people's hearts. And I could see all the connections between everyone's heart, almost as if around the entire globe, there is like a light network generated within each and every one of us through our hearts that connects us to everyone's heart. And this creates an entire grid, pretty much, an energetic grid around the planet. And then at that moment, when I saw the whole thing, I saw some faces that I recognized. I saw Oprah. I saw some mentors from my past. I saw Michael Beckwith. I saw people that I recognize. A lot of people I have no idea who they are. And then at that time, at that moment, the voice that spoke to me said something to the effect of, you are part of a large network of light keepers, flame keepers, here to hold the light in this planet and to help others hold their light. You're not better or no less or no more than anybody else that I was seeing at that moment. It's almost like this intelligence was telling me, Oprah's not better than you. You're not better than Oprah. She's just another person bringing light. And at that moment, then I heard it. You're here to be a keeper of this flame. You're here to be a keeper of this light. And you're here, in essence, to be a teacher of unconditional love. You're teaching what you struggle the most, learning, giving, receiving, right? We end up teaching normally that which we need to learn the most. That's really pretty much how I embarked on this journey after the experience, so many unloving experience I had throughout my life. So there it was. You're here to be a keeper of the flame. You're here to help people reconnect with their flame inside their heart, to help awaken the flame in the hearts of other people. That's why I'm here. Sure. So the business card, the website may say heart intelligence coach, transformational coach, trainer, facilitator, whatever, all those things that are really beautiful part of what it means to be human in this planet. And it helps when we're having conversation, right? You can tell people what the hell it is that you do. But the essence of everything that I do is to help people like you to reconnect with the flame inside your heart, the life within you, the intelligence within you, the power within you. And help in a world that is becoming increasingly more technologically connected, but humanly disconnected. Help people connect more with themselves, their essence. Connect also to the heart of God, to the heart of others, and to the heart of Mother Earth. The 4 levels of connection. Pretty much everything I do is designed to do that, to help people establish or deepen those 4 levels of connection. Connecting with you, what's true, real, meaningful, important to you, the bigger reason why you're here. Help you connect also with the land, the planet, with the food, with your environment. This planet is alive. It also has a heartbeat. This is what human's resonance is. Help you connect also with others. Become more present to yourself so that you can become more present for others. Really see people for who they are. Receive them. Allow yourself to be seen as well. Feel a deeper connection that exists beyond what meets the eye. And then also connect with your own divinity. That's why the focus on what I call your personal Christhood, which is another word for your own divinity, the divine spark within you. Why are you here? If you could connect with that higher intelligence the way that I did in a shamanic ritual, what question would you ask your higher self, your Christ self. Have you thought about that? Powerful question to bring into your meditation, especially when we take a moment to come into our hearts. The Taoist, which is one of the most ancient traditions in China, used to teach that within this area of the heart, this entire heart chakra area, there is a castle which they called the Lingam. Okay, Lingam. In Chinese, it means the soul's temple. So the Chinese believe that in this area lived the temple of your soul. This was where it lived. Not here, not in the pineal gland, not down here, even though it feels like sometimes it's down here, especially when you're very hungry. But no, here. This is where the soul lives. This is what they believed and taught. And they also believed that at the time of conception, a tiny little soul would leave the Akashic records, right? Think of it as the heavens. And it would leave the heavens and it would go whom, and it would lodge itself inside of the lingam. They call this little soul, they called it the Tianming, which means heaven's orders, life purpose. In other words, the moment of your conception, there came a flame, fire, from the central sun, from the heavens, a bolt, like in Greek mythology, and it would lodge itself, boom, there you go. And it contains that treasure. It contains the message, the bigger reason why you're here. I believe that when I was under the spell of this shamanic plant, that's what I was given access to. I was given access to the information from that little soul. Bigger reason why you're here. Now, what I'm about to say is going to come a little bit as a form of a warning, okay? Because this is the part of the teaching that was left out that most people didn't get. And the teaching goes like this. If you live in alignment with your Tianming, with heaven's orders, with your life purpose, you will prosper, you will be happy, you'll have a lot of love. But if you go against it, if you ignore it, if you run away from it, you will suffer. You will suffer. How will you suffer? Well, on the one hand, deep down in your heart, you'll be doing something. And perhaps for money or for fame or because of the glamour of it or just out of plain need. But deep down inside, when you go to sleep at night, you'll continue to have this feeling nagging at you that this is not who I am. This is not why I came. And that pain will nag at you, that you will attempt to do anything and everything that you can to silence it, to numb it. With drugs, alcohol, with anything. Distraction, sex, relationships, whatever, social media. As a way to silence that voice. Because to be alone with that voice inside of you that is reminding you, you're not here to be this. You came here for this other purpose. It will bring pain. And not only that, as you are being out of alignment with that, because just simply out of alignment, there'll be a lot of noise. Okay, like have you ever, I'm trying to think of, been in a car where they did not tighten the bolts on the car's wheels very much, and so they're in essence that are out of alignment. What happens? Or just simply when the car front wheels are not aligned, what happened? Right, the car just sort of goes one way, gets locked into right? If you let go of the steering wheel, it just goes one way. Well, when something is not out of alignment, that's exactly what happens, right? Requires a lot of energy to sort of maintain it. And what we are in essence doing here every time that we come together is we're coming back into alignment. We're coming back again to these matters of the heart, to the secret, the bigger reason why you're here. We're also connecting to this threefold flame that the ascended master tradition. I was eating those words there. The ascended master tradition refers to as the threefold flame of your heart. And they call it a threefold flame because if you ever observed an actual flame, I'm just looking here that here on my desk, I have one of those little fake flames. I think the batteries right now. You've seen this little guys? Okay, it's a fake flame. This is an artificial heart, artificial heart flame. If you've ever observed a flame, it's got what colors? Right? It's got blue, it's got yellow, and it's got pink. Right? Those are primarily the three colors. So in the Ascended Master tradition, they refer to the threefold flames within the heart as the flame of number one, love, the flame of wisdom, and the flame of power. Each color representing one of these, which in essence represent the three main qualities of God. God is or love. God is love. God is also infinite wisdom, infinite intelligence, omniscient. And God is all power. The source of power is the beginning and the ending, is the presence behind everything, is the power behind everything. And so we are in the microcosm, what God is. And so as we move into today's guided meditation, I'm going to invite you to visualize that little flame inside of your heart, just like a pilot flame. Have you ever seen a pilot? Perhaps you guys have gone to like a heater or the oven. Unless you have an electrical oven, then you don't have a pilot. But if you have an oven that is powered by gas, by propane, then you know there's like a little flame. It's always burning. So what happens with the flame, right? Well, first of all, if you ever notice the pilot, it's nice and balanced. Like the flame it's not like chaotic. It's just kind of like it's balanced. So when we move into today's guided meditation, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to balance that threefold flame inside of the heart. Balancing means also that we don't want love to be bigger than wisdom or wisdom to be bigger than power and vice versa. We want the three of them to coexist in unity as a triune, right? That's what makes the perfect flame. Think of it as the fleur de lis, right? The French symbol. All right, so what does that mean? Well, the symbolism, and we could probably spend the entire session just talking about this, but the symbolism refers to, if you have, for example, the part of your flame that is all love, your pure love, but you have very little wisdom and you have very little power, what's going to happen? Well, people are going to take advantage of you. You don't have the power to say no. So people are just going to be walking over you. You won't have the wisdom to know, okay, I can trust this person, or this doesn't feel good, or this doesn't feel right. Now, what happens then if you have a lot of power, right, and a lot of wisdom, but very little love? Then you're kind of heady, because the love, you're making a lot of intellectual decisions based on just pure intelligence and wisdom, and can exert a lot of power to make that thing happen. But what happens? The love, the compassion has been left out. Right? What happens? Well, I could go on and go on and on. I think you get the idea, right? So what we want to do then is first balance love, wisdom, power inside of us. And then as we move into the guided meditation, what we'll do is we'll then allow it to begin to blaze. Blaze. What's the blazing? Well, it's when you turn the oven on, right? Now that little pile of, now there's a blaze. Now it goes from just being like a little blue little plume where you could see the pink and the yellow, and it's now, you now see fire, right? So now that's what we're doing. It's like it's going from a little flame to a fire. And then the third part of the guided meditation, we are going to then expand it beyond ourselves, to radiate it out to our friends, our family, and to everyone in the world. And today, which is the 12th day of Christmas, it represents the end of the Christmas season, or the almost like the last day of magic. Here in Granada, all the kids are getting their presents. So it's almost like it's another holiday. Everything was closed today. You couldn't find anything open. So it's the gift of the three magi. And funny enough, we're going to be almost as if receiving this three gift within our own hearts. All right, so we're going to balance, blaze, and then expand this threefold flame, radiating out to the world in a particular time when the world most needs it, when the US, especially today, needs the love, the compassion, the unity of all hearts to elevate the entire planetary grid, to counteract all the effect of all the lies, all the mechanisms of control, fear, intimidation, so that love, wisdom, and power of the presence of the living Christ can prevail. All right, let us begin then. Welcome those of you who are arriving just now. Miss Ladik says you love my smile. You probably mean my 1.5 dimples. Because I only have 1.5. This one with the aging is starting to disappear. All right, let us begin. Right there where you are, give yourself permission now to put everything that I just shared, everything that has preceded this moment, just put it all aside. Almost as if turning the page. That was the visualization I did on New Year's, turning the page. So that we can now start with a blank page. And for the next few moments, would you just simply give yourself permission to be present? Present with your mind, welcoming any thoughts that arise. Present also in your physical body. Present to sound, smells, taste in your mouth. Everything that you can perceive through your skin, through your tact. And even anything and everything that you can perceive through your eyes, even though your eyes may be closed. Giving yourself permission also to feel your heartbeat. And feel your emotions, your feelings right now. Just notice how it is that you're feeling right now. And then finally, just feel the power, the energy, the vibration. Behind the feelings, behind the thoughts, behind the sensations. Feel the vibration, feel the energy, feel the power. And then feel appreciation for that energy. That's the energy that's emanating from your heart. Yes, it is that little threefold flame within you. The spiritual heart, the spiritual flame. Unperceivable to the eye, but burning within you. Would you now imagine that right there, where your hand is over your heart, there is a small flame. Like the flame of a pilot. A pilot light in a heater in a refrigerator. It's small, sometimes insignificant, but more importantly, it is constant. When the heater is on, it's on. When the heater is off, it's on. Begin to breathe straight into that flame, remembering that all flame needs air so that it can breathe. So nurture the flame inside of your heart. Breathe straight into it. Allowing the breath to become nice, slow, and evenly. Feeling appreciation for that flame that powers your heart, that powers your life, allows your heart to beat 100,000 times a day. When you're sleeping, when you're working, when you're driving, when you're cooking, when you're reading, when you're happy, when you're joyful, when you're scared, when you're angry. Heart, the pilot light, always beaming. And now, as you continue to breathe into this flame within your heart, allow me to speak the final words on your behalf. Dear God, our Heavenly Father and Universal Mother, in the name of Jesus the Christ, and on behalf of everyone present here today in this live broadcast and anyone who's watching the replay, I call forth the balancing of the threefold flame within our hearts, which is the flame of the living Christ within each and every one of us. I call for the activation of the love, the wisdom, and the power of the living Christ, the Atman presence, the Buddha nature, the divine essence within each and every one of us. May they all be equally balanced. Beloved archangels of heaven, guide and protect us on this journey of expanding, balancing, blazing the flame within our hearts. Divine presence of all of our spiritual allies, help us expand the energetic grid within our body temples, within our own communities, and all over the world. We thank you and we accept it done here and now. Amen. Beloved, I am presence in every one of us. Holy Christ self that beats our hearts. Balance the threefold flame of our hearts. Balance the threefold flame of our hearts. Balance the threefold flame of our hearts. Holy Christ flame, descend now into our body temples. Unify thy flame with our flame, that we may be the flame of the living Christ, balancing inside of our hearts, blazing inside our hearts, and expanding inside our hearts. Allow this light within you, this flame now, to begin to blaze. In the same way in which you take a lighter and light up a bigger fire, allow this flame, this nice little balanced flame now, to begin to blaze within you. Allowing the light now to radiate, to begin to grow and to glow within your heart. Holy Christ flame within us. Blaze within our hearts. Dissolve all of that which is less than our Holy Christ self. Dissolve all fear, negativity, anger, guilt, and shame. Blaze the power of Elohim, O God, Elohim, O God, Elohim, O God, in the altar of our hearts. Blaze the threefold flame. Blaze the flame of love. Blaze the flame of wisdom. Blaze the power of the living Christ in each one of us. Allow the light now to begin to grow in amplitude, size. Allow it to expand all around you. See yourself, feel yourself inside of a radiant sun. Holy Spirit, holy flame within our hearts, expand thy triune light all around us. Expand the threefold flame. Expand for all to see. Expand the threefold flame. Expand for all eternity. For the next few moments, allow this light from within your heart, this expanding flame, to go out to your friends and your family. See our lights interconnected. Feel all the lights. See all the lights on planet Earth. Connected. Your light powering the next light. Rekindling those lights that had grown weary and weak. Light in the heart of God, light in the heart of Christ. Blaze within our heart, expand for the world to see. Expand the threefold flame, expand the living flame, expand, expand, expand. Allow the light now to go beyond your family, your friends, and see it going out to all countries in the world. Blaze the power of Elohim of God, expend the power of Elohim of God upon the face of the earth. Light of God, shine upon the United States. Light of God, shine upon South America, Europe, Africa, India, Australia, New Zealand, all places around the globe. Light of God that beats my heart, expand, expand, expand around the world. Blaze the power of Elohim of God upon all faces of the earth. Let the light in the heart of all of God's children balance, blaze, and expand right now. Let the planetary grid expand, 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 and expand for the world to see. I am the Holy Christ flame within my heart. I am the radiance of the threefold flame. I am God's love, wisdom, and power enveloping the earth. I am the threefold flame inside my heart. I am the threefold flame. I am the love of God. I am the wisdom of the ages. I am the power of the Godhead. I am the threefold flame. secretly and in silence. And only if it feels right to you, vow to be a keeper of this flame, to nurture and care for the flame within your heart. Say secretly and silently, I am the keeper of this flame. I am the keeper of this flame. I am the keeper of this flame. And so it is, and it is so. Amen. Within you, there is the burning flame of the heart of God, which is the flame of your Christ itself, your Buddha self, your Atman, Krishna presence, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you call it. As long as you take the moment every day to come and connect with a flame that beats your heart, that lights your heart. You want to be the light of the world? Well, your first and foremost responsibility is to take care of this little light of yours. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Best way you can help other people shine is you shining. Like that beautiful poem by Marianne Williamson, right? When you give yourself permission to shine this unique light, you give other people permission to do the same. They go, well, if Gita is shining her light like that, why can I not shine my own light? Of course I can shine my own light. And so they go, okay, I'm going to do what she's doing. If Gabriel can do this, why can I not do this? If somebody else can bring this, why can I not do that? Okay, I'm going to do that too. So that's how it works. In the same way in which one candle lights up the other candle, so does one heart light up another heart. And it doesn't really matter what the other candle thinks, you know. The other candle may be like, oh, but when I was little, I fell down and I don't deserve to be lit up. And then you're like, oh, but here comes the fire and boom, I'm now lit up. That's kind of how it works. It's the power of the heart. It can transcend all human limitations, all many ways in which we sometimes run away from the light, believe we're not worth it, of the love, the wisdom, the power of the source. The wisdom to be able to know, to remember. The love so that we can feel compassion for ourselves and other people and hold on to a higher perspective. And the power ultimately to take action, to do something about it. All right, my beautiful friends and family of Hardys all around the world. Thank you for lending me your ears and your hearts on this beautiful 6th day of January, just a few days into the year. I hope you're walking away feeling more connected to the inner flame within your own heart, feeling more alive, more juicy, more present to your own inner source of love, wisdom, and power. If you like this live broadcast, I really would appreciate it if you would click on the thumbs up or like it or share it or do those kind of things that oftentimes help YouTube sort of show this video to more people so that more people like you can also participate in this experience. Leave your comments as well. I always would love to hear how this process touches you. One of the things I oftentimes hear from many people that participate in these is that just this moment in the week sort of gives you enough energy and optimism and faith to guide you through like the rest of the week, which is why I chose to actually do them in the middle of the week. The majority of us start the week with on a high note, and then by mid-week, it's like we need something to like kick us up at least until we have enough to make it through the weekend. All right, so a couple of comments, a couple of announcements before we wrap up. If you're new to this community, please know that there is a learning academy where I post things that I don't normally post here. And one of those things, it's called Heart Start 2021. It's a free program I do at the beginning of the year to help people reconnect with their vision for the year, remind them again who they are, why they're here, to come back and constantly realign your goals, your life vision with what's most meaningful and important to you. And so that's still available there until the 30th of this month. Okay, so you still have the rest of the month to go through the program. There's a workbook that you download. Okay, and there's a guided meditation at the end. And again, it's free of charge. If you want to participate in this, the website to go to is appliedheartintelligence.com. Okay, appliedheartintelligence.com. That's the Academy site. And then also for those of you who are already members of the Academy or part of the Academy, this coming Saturday, I'm going to be doing a masterclass on the art of vision building. Okay, I will not be posting that here on YouTube. It will only be if you're a member. Membership of the Academy at this moment is free. All you have to do again is just go to that link that I just said. I will be posting it after I post the replay. I will be putting it down in the description so you guys can just click on it. All right. Okay. So we're off to a really wonderful start of the year. Okay. Some difficult things are going to be happening over the next few weeks. What will make the difference in your life is your capacity to hold on to this light within you. Okay, not to allow yourself to be dissuaded or manipulated by what you see on the news, on social media, but rather, what the wisdom, the loving intelligence inside of you is dictating you. Okay? The heart will only give you information in the present moment. Remember that, not about the future. And so at that moment, you can connect with yourself and then look at maybe some people moving into fear, panic, whatever, chaos. You're going to come back into your heart and ask yourself, okay, what's my heart telling me right now? Okay, my heart is peaceful. My heart is feeling calm. Okay, so that's what you need to trust, not the energy of the masses. So in fact, one of the things that happens is as you grow in your capacity to nurture this flame within you, what is going to happen is going to create almost like a shield around you where the emotions of other people, the chaos of other people will not be able to penetrate. Why? Because that's what fire does. Have you ever tried to get close to a fire? You can't really get to it because you'll get burned. Well, that's one of the things that happens to a lot of these external influences. You're plugged in, tuned in, and connected to your source. No one can deceive you. Okay, no one can get you off your center, the rock. That is what it's meant, I believe, by Jesus being your rock. Well, it's not Jesus, the person of Jesus, but your personal Christ, the essence within you, the divine within you, the part of you that is always connected to the heart of God. Whatever name you have for that part, I don't care. All I care is that you dedicate date or time every day to connect with that part, nurture it. All right, and constantly live from that flame. You are the keeper of the flame. Your first and foremost responsibility as we move into the year is to keep your flame alive. Like the song. Isn't there a song that goes like that? Keep your flame alive. I'm trying to remember. I think it's like a 70s song. Probably going to go look it up after this. All right, everybody. Wishing you a fantastic year ahead, a very happy new year. And I look forward to connecting with you here at the next guided meditation next week, Wednesday at the same time. Or if you want to join me for the Vision Building Masterclass, you can also join me over at the Academy. If not, expect more content and more interactions like this coming in the next few weeks. All right. Send you all of my love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now. Happy New Year.